Guys, so this video is a video about my smoking experience, why I smoke, when I started, what my first cigarette was, when it was, and it's basically a story, the ideas of quitting, and also my drug and alcohol experiences as well. So this is gonna be semi lighthearted, but also a little bit problematic at some points. So yeah, we'll just see how this goes. But before I do anything, I'm gonna light up a Pall Mall. Yeah, I'm living here in Florida. It's pretty nice. Alright, so let's start with smoking cigarettes. So, my first ever cigarette was Marlboro Red. I was 16 years old, and I was just hanging out with some friends, and they were smoking, and I got offered a cigarette, and I was like, fuck it, I've never had a cigarette before, might be something interesting. And I remember it very clearly. I took my first hit, or first drag on the cigarette, and I inhaled, and I just coughed and coughed like a motherfucker, and I was like, ugh, why the fuck would you do this? And I kept smoking the cigarette, and I got really lightheaded. Like, I got a huge nicotine buzz, obviously. I wish I could get that nowadays. I don't get that shit anymore. Fuck you, 16-year-old me, you lucky bastard. Anyways, and I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna smoke cigarettes. That's disgusting. So I just, gave it back to my friend and said, I'm not gonna smoke. So he's like, all right, that's cool. Then a year later, 17 years old, I decided to try it again, see if it was any different. It was a Marlboro Gold, or Marlboro Light as they're now called. I inhaled. I really enjoyed it, but I was only like, and I was like, hey, I was like, oh, these are not that bad. They're kind of nice. So I then said, yeah, maybe I'll only smoke like maybe one cigarette a week or something like that. And that's what I did for a couple of months, and then I started smoking a pack per week. So a pack would last me a week at that point. So, and I was still saving money because it wasn't as expensive as a habit. I just liked it because I got a huge nicotine buzz, and I was like, oh, this is a nice feeling. So after that happened, I was 18 when I really started smoking a lot. I was in college. I was stressed out like a hell of a lot. And I was at about a pack a day. Marlboro Reds at the time. Or whatever I could afford at the time, because I was a broke college student, so I could really only afford whatever, because at at the closest place where they sold cigarettes near my college, it was $8 for a pack of Marlboro Reds. So yeah, that's when it really started, and I was smoking a lot, and I got really stressed out. I was having major problems throughout college. I was very stressed out, so I would chain smoke cigarettes all the time, and I started going through about 3 packs a day at one point. Pretty bad, to be honest. Now I'm down to about 1.5. Anyways, so that's my smoking story and the start of it. Now on to my drug addiction and alcohol addiction. So in college, started drinking a lot, smoking a lot of weed. I've been smoking weed since I was 14. As like my first time smoking weed I got really, really high. And that's pretty much it on that when I was about 14. Then in college, I smoked a shit ton of weed. I was like smoking every day, all the time, pretty much. I would not go to my classes. I would go light up a joint or take some bong rips or some shit. So that was pretty intense. Then I was drinking every day. I'd wake up in the morning, take a shot. I would have Dunkin' Donuts iced coffees, and I would fill it with liquor. And I was struggling with that. I was never sober. Then I started getting into harder drugs, like cocaine was a big problem for me. Yeah, it was pretty bad, that experience, and I don't want to go into details on that, but my drinking and my drug addiction actually made me end up homeless in Massachusetts. And yeah, that really, really sucked, and I had disowned my parents, but I called them back and asked them for help. So they sent me to a wilderness therapy program. I was there for 10 weeks. No coffee, no cigarettes, no drugs whatsoever. I hated it at first, but it started to become really, really helpful for me because I was learning multiple new techniques to deal with my problems besides drinking and doing drugs. Then afterwards, I came down to a treatment program down in Florida. It's currently where I'm living right now. And I'm currently 87 days clean and sober, and I plan to, keep that up. I'm also gonna try and quit cigarettes while I'm down here. I've tried quitting cigarettes before, but that's a fucking tough road. Like, seriously. And I know I gotta quit because I'm fucking killing myself. Like, I get told all the time, "You're fucking killing yourself, dude. Why the fuck are you smoking cigarettes?" And I was just like, I know I'm killing myself. I don't need to be told by you. I know cigarettes are bad for me. But I've struggled. I couldn't do the nicotine gum, the patches. It's just really not insane. I need the oral fixation too. So I'm thinking of taking up vaping to help, but I know that's a very controversial subject, as like there are a lot of studies going on about how they have a lot of shit in them that is pretty bad for you. And here's what I gotta fucking say. Anything that you take into your lungs that is not oxygen or clean air is not good for you. It's simple as that. So people saying, oh, e-cigs are bad and vapes are bad and because they have this and that and other shit in there, I'm just like, yeah, but they're better than fucking cigarettes. I mean, cigarettes, these have 7,000 chemicals in the smoke. At least 7,000. Whereas vapes have maybe, I don't know, way less for sure. They're a lot safer than cigarettes, but it all depends on the juices you get and the brands and shit. And that really concludes my story, because I'm here at this treatment program and I'm actually going to be taking some more college courses so that I can later on in life become a counselor / therapist and help people, because I want to give back to the world what the world gave to me. Like I got the opportunity to be helped by people, so I want to help people back. It's something I've really enjoyed doing. It's something that I think I could excel in, especially having all the experiences and shit. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my little story time, and hope you all have a good day wherever you are, or night. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll try to upload more frequently. I've been kind of AWOL in the wilderness, so I haven't really been able to be near a fucking phone or camera of any kind. So I hopefully I'll start uploading a lot more, and you guys will get to see more of me. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. And this cigarette is done. So thanks for watching. Peace out.